Split decision MMA UK, still here in Sheffield. We're here with the hometown favourite, Mr. Billy the Kid Glossop. You second round victory there, should I say, by submission. Atmosphere at the end was awesome. Sum up the whole thing for you, what you can remember really.
All I can remember is going out there nervous as hell, obviously, can you imagine. I've not had a win now in a few years. I mean, I took a few years out, but you know, I forgot what it felt like to win. Sold a massive load of tickets, and then all the other people you could hear screaming, they all know me from being here. The atmosphere was unreal. Never heard anything like it. And when I was going in there, it was just a complete blur, to be honest with you.
It seemed the first round he got a bit more control and he was on top of you. Did you think that was he close to like stopping you at one point? I think he was landing a few shots, but I don't know if the referee was going to stop it or not.
I could hear the ref saying he's going to stop it. He landed 3 or 4 elbows, good, clean, straight down the middle. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know where I were for about the second or third elbow. I didn't know where I were. And then I just saw his leg. I heard Stapes, like, the best corner man, the best coach in Britain in my eyes, and it is this that's some people that I know. That team's going to go from strength to strength. Even when I've retired, you know, it's going to be even bigger. And it was screaming, trip the legs. So I tripped the legs. I went for an ear look, and I'll be honest with you, I went for that ear look, half-heartedly trying to get it, and the other half, I just needed a minute, and I could hear Stapes saying, take your time, getting my senses back. I had him in about 45 seconds, then we went for a break, and then that's when I got my head back together.
And the second round you came out and it went, and I don't know, I'm trying to remember it myself. I'm sure you got a submission attempt on first before you got the arm bar, before you locked on the arm bar.
I think I was going for an arm triangle. I had him against the fence. All I could hear Stapes was saying, pull his arm away. Just kept doing what he said. All you've got to do, and the first thing he said to me in the corner, circle off, bring him to our corner. So if you notice, I come out to touch gloves, and I went round the other side just to force him into our corner. Because once you've got him telling you what to do, it's a simple case of execution of what he's saying.
And then talk us through the arm bar. It was quite the arm bar.
Yeah, basically, I was going for, I think I took mount, took his back, and then I had his back, and I was hitting him from back, and I was trying to sink that rear naked, and he kind of jumped forward, and I knew I was coming off, so I just went for an arm, and he was so slippy, his arm was slipping, and I'm thinking, if he shook me off, you know, it'd have come off, and he made an error, he went over. And as he went over, went belly down, and I hugged it like it were a newborn baby. Took the armbar. He's here now. Come in, Ben. Ben, come in here. This is the guy here.
No, Mr. Fly, I saw him fight Cage Kumite a bit ago. Top guy.
Mate, he's a really nice guy. Really nice guy. Yeah, great. Mate, great effort. Just talking, mate. Really, people don't know how tough this kid is. You know, he beat a kid that comes to our gym sometimes, Tom O'Brien. Tom O'Brien is legit, and he beat him in the last round. And I knew this was going to be one tough fight.
Silly mistake, mate.
Mate, happens, brother. Happens.
All the best.
Take care, bro. Take care, mate. See you again. Yeah, good fight.
It was a great fight, and I know that Ben's never in a boring fight. Last time I saw him, he was that one that you were talking about at Cage Kumite. Man, he was just on his back, then all of a sudden whipped off that submission, and it was like over like that. It was really quality, but that's just my opinion. No one's wanting to listen to me right now. They want to listen to you, sir.
We've worked on that. We know what he's good at. I think 4 or 5 weeks we've worked on that submission defence, triangle, posturing up. We know what he's got. We're not stupid at our gym. We know what we don't underestimate anyone. We know what skills everyone's got, and we come in prepared for them.
And I was sat on the same table as me. Your parents, it's the 30th wedding anniversary today.
It's the 29th, but I thought it was the 30th, but they got a free bottle of champagne for it being the 30th, so, you know, I thought it was the 30th, because I'm 30-year-old, but apparently I was at my mum and dad's wedding. Right. So
hey, you started off though, they got a free bottle of champagne, that's not bad.
A free bottle of champagne, they got a win. They said that the best present they got was me winning today.
So I bet it was. I know they were properly screaming for you next to me, and it must mean so much to them. I can't, they always say parents watching their kids do any sport, but this especially is such a competitive sport. It must be, like you say, a proud moment. 30 years, we'll say 30 years. Keep
bring to the 32, so.
Well, bring them back next year and just go, actually, I was wrong this year. Can we have another bottle of champagne, please? Yeah. But with the Jack McGann one, before, you said before the fight, you said to me that you were a bit more nervous for that fight than normal. Did you feel that tonight, or had that gone out your system fighting Jack?
I'm always nervous before a fight. I think if anyone says they're not nervous, they're lying. And nerves are good. They're good for your adrenaline. They're good. It means means something to you. If you're not nervous, you're just doing it for a joke. There's a few fights then, you know, and I'm not going to slate anybody for getting in there, but you could tell they weren't even wanting being in there to win, you know, and they probably were nervous, but they didn't show it because they don't care as much. But I care, you know. For me, this is not just a hobby; it's a passion, you know. And I want to win, and I want to prove my coaches, you know, for all the effort they put into me, I want to make it back to them.
And you can definitely see it, and you know, with Stapleton, like you say, I'm going to say this time on camera, last time I criticised his dress sense with his hat, with his hat. It is a lucky hat because you got titles at the last one, and his beard. Martin Stapleton, you are a very stylish man, and I actually mean that. I'm not being thing. And please be nice on me next time I interview you. I'm going to put that out there. I hope he watches it, or he might get halfway and just go.
No, it's a long interview, this one, brother. Yeah, this is very long.
You'll have to just tell him to skip to the point. Just be like, skip to that point, Stapes, lad. Go on. But like you say he's best coach, you know, you've had, and he's in England, and you know, having his advice in the corner, like you said, when you get him there, just what's that like? Because is it ever hard to like push block everyone else out?
Do you know what? He's got such a strong voice. You can hear him above anybody, and we drill it in training. You know, so when we're doing our pressure drills, he's in there telling us what to do, and we can hear his voice. So you get used to hearing his voice in a pressure drill. And pressure drills is you get a different man every minute. Do you know what I mean? That's the same man for 15 minutes. So if you can hear his voice when you're getting absolutely battered off 15 different people at a gym, then when it comes to being in there, you're going to hear him above anything.
And the crowd there as well, I'll make this the last one so I can let you celebrate it. The crowd there when they went, it just roared like, and I know from you being from Sheffield, and how like awesome is that to like sum up and get that win, but also have that many people there watching you?
It was unreal, and do you know what makes it even sweeter? The fact I took that battering in the first round. Do you know, to come back from a battering and then win, you know, that's what makes a crowd go nuts. If I'd have gone out there and I'd been fighting a bum and I've won in 12 seconds, which some of them did, you know, I couldn't get excited about that. But to be fighting a legit guy, come out there, take a battering, come back and win, you know, for me that's the proudest thing of the night.
And I think it's the submission of the night. I've not got round to writing my own personal ones. Well,
money for that.
I always say I can't offer.
Billy Glossop!
So
there, the MC?
Yeah, you're a popular man tonight. But I was going to say, when I give my fight bonuses, I can't offer bonuses. I can offer you some Haribo or something. Maybe next time I see you.
Fine, Haribo, mate. I'll take Haribo, mate. I'll take anything.
And you know, before I let you go, because they're all coming back now, they're going to lift you on the shoulders. It sounds like. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or thank? I
want to thank firstly my wife. She's 8.5 months pregnant. She's due any day now. And this is the first fight she's missed since we've been together, you know, and she's supported me through thick and thin. She's been tired. I've had to wake her up to look after the baby, that kind of thing. I've got to support her first. And second is the gym. You know, without them I couldn't do anything that I do. They work with me every day on my faults and weaknesses and strengths, and then last but not least is Forties Nutrition. They've given me supplements. They've supported me after I took that last loss. They still end up giving me more supplements to get better and better. So fortiesnutrition.com, based in Royton in Oldham. They give them some props as well.
Thanks again for the interview before the fight. Thanks for this one. Great to see you get back in there. Enjoy celebrating the win, and see you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, sir.
Thank you.